Who's Gary?
I don't know.
No, I don't either. But a win of sorts for Hull FC, I suppose, taken out from
You'll
those.
take anything that can
The
get.
story that came out of this was obviously Gareth Ellis back in the lineup. I didn't know he was registered to play. Does he have to be registered to play, I suppose, to play in a reserves fixture?
Not
But interesting all the same. And yeah, maybe he is what they've been lacking. We shall see. But we'll leave that one there and we'll move on to our predictions for next week's games. Round 3 of Super League then is where we're going to start with our predictions, Alan, and we're going to start on the Thursday night fixture. This time, Catalan, who apparently have no Thursday night games, well that's bollocks, because they're playing away on the Thursday night, which is probably more of an inconvenience for them than any of the other teams, but they're on Sky, and we'll get to see them visit the Mobile Rocket Stadium in Wakefield, and I'll let you go first on this one and see if we think different on Wakefield versus Catalan.
The tricky one, this one. Arguments both ways, but I've gone for Catalan to shake off the travel and come out on top, but not by much. I'm going to say Catalan by 8.
Oh my God, what? I've gone exactly the same. Catalan by 8 as well. Wakefield today, I hear, have lost Craig Hubie for a spell, so the injuries are kind of already
They are racking up
out Wakefield,
in the
especially
props.
in the pack. With Paulie out already, with Tyler Randall out already, and now Craig Hubie add to that list.
That's 3 starters, isn't it?
A bit of a rough start for them on that front. Catalan, I just think maybe I've got enough skill and flair to do this one. Wakefield, I'm not sure yet how Danny Brough is fitting into that side.
Well, he's spending 10 minutes on the sideline every game so far, so let's see if he can go 3 for 3.
Exactly. Do you know what? I'd hope he does. I think that'd be wonderful to see. Danny Brough meltdown. We all kind of enjoy those. But no, really, this was the last one I could come up with a prediction for. But I just feel Catalan maybe are a step ahead of Wakefield at this stage.
Fair enough.
Friday night, then we've got 2 games to go out on Friday night. The first one of those, both 7:45 kickoffs. The first one of those is the non-televised game, and that sees league leaders Warrington take a visit to Huddersfield Giants. So, I mean, Warrington are at the top of the league. Huddersfield are down near the bottom of the league, or at the bottom actually. So I don't think things are right enough yet with Huddersfield to overcome what is a Warrington side that are playing well. Yeah, top against bottom, I'm going top. Wire by 16.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that, isn't it, really? in terms of early season form. Yeah, for me, Warrington by 10.
Okay, so Friday night Sky game sees St Helens host Leeds. Now, Leeds have obviously found a little bit of attacking verve back this week. St Helens have had a nice rest and got plenty of players game time as well, if any sort of injury struck between now and Friday over at Dual Reg Partners Lee. So where do you see this one going?
Obviously, as you said, Leeds have picked up and looked decidedly better last week, but I can't look beyond Saints at home under the lights, so I'm going to go Saints by 4.
Yeah, I fancy St Helens too. I'm going to go Saints by 8. Okay, 2 games on Saturday again this week, like we've had a couple of times so far this year. And the first one of those is Hull Kingston Rovers versus the Salford Red Devils. Obviously, Saturday afternoon kickoffs, Hull KR versus Salford. We all remember the £1 million game. Do you think this one's going to go the same way as that famous £1 million game?
No. I've got KR coming out on top of this one. I just worry that a bubble might have burst slightly over Salford with their early season form, and KR at home, probably a slightly different beast to away. But not by much. KR by 4.
I'm going Salford in this one. I'm going to go with them to bounce back from last week's disappointment. What I do think with Hull KR is maybe London let them off the hook a little bit this week with quite a lot of errors, especially when they were in the ascendancy. And I'm not sure that Salford's players will do that in those halfbacks, the spousal abuser and the and Jackson Hastings, who is still performing every time he gets on the field. So I'm going to go Salford by 4.
Okay.
Saturday's other game then, 5:15 p.m. kickoff. London hosting Castleford.
Yes.
Where do you, I'll let you go first on this one.
Yeah. Obviously, my team, Cass, definitely going to win this one. That's just for you, Rob. I'm sorry. Whether I'm a real fan or a plastic fan or whatever, Cass will win this one for me. I just think they're a vastly superior team to London. Cass by 16.
Fair enough. London at home, I think, are going to be a slightly different proposition than London away from home, as they showed against Wakefield. But I think Castleford won't take the foot off the gas if they get a lead. I'm going to go Cass as well by a couple of scores. Cass by 12. Finally then, Sunday sees Wigan try to bounce back from the disappointment of losing to the Roosters in the World Club Challenge game, and they host the losing run of Hull FC. And I'm hopeful from a Wigan perspective that my team can continue that losing run for Hull FC. I'm not particularly sure that it's going to be a big high-scoring game. Wigan do need to find a game where they click and score a bunch of tries for people to kind of be convinced about the way that Lam has set the team out differently to Wayne. But I'm not sure this is ready for that happening. But Wigan by 10 still.
Yep, I don't think Sarah's curse is going to be broken this week, I'm afraid. Wigan to bounce back for me. Although if you fancy a bet, maybe Hull first try scorer, probably.
The way we've been going, undoubtedly.
Yeah, ultimately Wigan to win by plenty. I'm going to say Wigan by 20 in the end.
Fair enough. Okay, down into the Championship, where the game of the week we picked out this week is Featherstone versus Halifax. This is probably, along with Leigh, the sides that at the end of the season we expect to be in that conversation for the 5th place, although Toulouse have started a bit sloppily, so that might change that conversation slightly. But it could be crucial already for Featherstone and Halifax to start picking up some wins against each other in that sort of battle. So where do you see this one going between the Featherstone Rhinos and Halifax?
Yeah, I think obviously Fev have had quite a rough start in terms of games. They've played some tough teams, and this game isn't any exception. I think this will be a bit of a slobber knocker. I'm going to go for the Featherstone Rhinos by 4.
Yeah, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go Fax in a close one on this one. Maybe 2 or 4 points in it, like you say, but Fax in a close one for me. League One game of the week is that probably the team that'll be on the biggest high after beating Newcastle away in that our league televised game. And it's Doncaster versus Hunslet. We've picked out Hunslet have yet to have a game so far, but are probably the other fancied team for the top 5 that we haven't seen yet. Which way do you feel like this one will go?
As you say, Doncaster will be on a high. Hunslet haven't even hit the pitch in anger yet. Doncaster at the Keepmoor, you can't see beyond Doncaster, and probably quite comfortable in the end by 16.
Yeah, I expect Doncaster to come out winners of this one in the end as well. Probably, like you say, I probably expect them to run in a few late tries to pad out a score in what would otherwise be a close game, I think, but Doncaster will win by a few scores ultimately in the end, in my view. Okay, everyone, make sure that you keep your eyes peeled for the links on our Twitter feed and on our Facebook page for the Google form to drop your fan reviews in for next week's games, so that we've got plenty to talk about in next week's show. But that is pretty much us coming very close to the end of this week's show. We're just going to move on now and have a little bit of a any other business type chat in the wrap up. So Alan, you've prepared a quiz for me this week, but you're telling me that it's going to be straightforward. So it's I'll try and not jump in too excitedly with answers and if I know them, because I'm not preempting anything here. I feel like you've
give
set
everyone
me
else
for
a chance.
With the way you've warmed me up on this one. But you prepared the quiz this week, so you've got 3 quiz questions for me.
I have.
Take it away.
Unsurprisingly, these are World Club Challenge related questions, as you would expect. I half expected them to come up last week, but fortunately I got the chance to ask these questions. Yes, so 3 questions, just 1 point on each, and let's see how you get on. So this is the World Club Challenge since it was reformatted in 2000 is the question. So we're not going back to Widnes and Canberra and anything like that.
Oh well, we did on Saturday.
Yeah, fair enough, but not for me.
I like them Widnes Canberra kits. I think they're really nice.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like it. I like the link to history. I'm quite happy about that. I look forward to us launching something in a few years' time. But anyway, yeah. So first question is, which team has lost the most games since the current format was launched in 2000?
Ooh.
So you've got to be successful to get here, but then who hasn't been successful when the games have actually happened?
That's a good question. I think it could be Wigan. We've lost 3. I'm going to go Wigan.
You're going to go for Wigan? Okay,
yeah.
I'll give everyone just a second to think about it.
Maybe I should rethink then as well.
Do you want to revise your answer?
No, I don't. Well, the other option's Leeds, I think, but there you go.
Come on, which are you going for?
I'm going to go for Leeds.
Oh, shouldn't have given me the choice. Leeds it is. Leeds have lost 5.
Wow.
Won 3, but lost 5.
Okay. No, I was wrong. I went Wigan. I
fair enough.
Yeah. I kind of didn't... Because I thought Leeds had won it one of the years where it didn't get played. The one year it didn't get played, but maybe it wasn't Leeds that won it that year. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, so Leeds have lost 5 of those. Okay, so there have been 20 games now since 2000. I want you to have a guess at what the record is between Super League and NRL in terms of wins. In terms of the balance between wins.
Was there not a year that one was missed? Has it been played every year since 2000? In
my research, i.e. looking on Wikipedia, let me just go back. 2000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, it's been played every year.
Right, it's been played every year. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 20 games.
So, I've got to guess the record from 20 games.
Yeah, so what's the balance between Super League and NRL?
I'm not going to spend ages over it and do a full count back. I'm going to do a bit of an estimate. I'm going to say I think it's going to be 13-7 to the NRL.
It's actually 10 apiece.
Is it?
Yep.
Wow.
It is now. Because obviously we had the run, didn't we, where when Super League dominated it and everyone and basically the NRL said, it's just crap, it's just a pre-season warm-up, who cares? And then they actually came back and started winning them. So yeah, after Sunday, we're balanced now at 10 wins each.
Fair enough.
Okay, and my last question is relating.
These aren't easy.
Well,
if I'd swatted up, then they would have been. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just really aware of the fact that Leeds have lost to loads of those games. But anyway, and the final question. So obviously, Roosters joined Wigan with 4 wins of this competition. Yes. On Sunday. Can you name the other 3 teams that have 3 or more wins in this competition since 2000?
Well, 3 or more. There can't be anyone that has 3 or more other than the Roosters because they've won 4. So it must be 3. So Leeds is one of them.
The
Melbourne Storm must be one of them.
Yeah. Asterix against one of them, but yeah.
Yeah, and maybe that's the year that I thought it wasn't played because it didn't count. I don't know. Anyway, the other one